Welcome back to Crypto Atlas, your daily source for crypto whale alerts, crypto market news, and DeFi gems. So let's go ahead and talk about this one. We have 126,791,448 XRP, which is worth about $280 million. That just got transferred from one unknown wallet to another. Obviously, that's a huge move, but it's not just the size that's catching people's attention. It's who the wallet seems to belong to. And when we trace it back, all of the signs are pointing to Evernorth. This is a name that's been quietly building a reputation in the XRP ecosystem. And with everything else happening from ETF filings to South Korea's XRP trading dominance, this might be one of those pivotal moments that hints at what's coming next. So this transaction was spotted by Whale Alert, and it was showing a 126.7 million XRP transfer between the two unknown wallets. Here's where it gets interesting. The sending wallet matches the Evernorth 2 account, which is tied to the domain evernorth.xyz. And it's verified over on Twitter as Evernorth XRP. Now, look at how this account is set up. It was activated by BitGo's self-custody wallet. It's multi-sig enabled, and the master key is disabled, which is what you usually see with institutional grade wallets. This isn't your average retail move. This looks like something much bigger, possibly tied to fund management, custodial setups, or ETF related holdings. Just yesterday, this account had a balance of 1.2 XRP. Today, it's holding over 126 million. That's not a coincidence. Evernorth has been on the radar for a while now. They've had multiple wallet activations linked to BitGo, and for anyone who doesn't know, BitGo is one of the top institutional custodians in the crypto space. They handle secure storage for major funds, exchanges, and even some ETF issuers. So when we see a BitGo initialized multi-sig Evernorth wallet suddenly receiving 9 figures worth of XRP, it strongly suggests institutional level movement. Their website and social media all point toward building in the XRP ecosystem, which adds even more fuel to the idea that they could be part of a larger structured liquidity operation or ETF custody setup. So we'll talk more about other news in just a moment. I want to let you guys know there's a crypto exchange called BTCC. I have a referral link down in the description below. This has been around for 13 years. You get access to 500x leverage over 300 cryptos, and there's bonuses that goes up to $10,055. If you want to look at that more, if you want to get started, you can find that in the description. Also, I am on Telegram, so if you'd like to stay updated, you can also join that. Same thing, that's down in the description below. Okay, now, all that's happening, check out what's going on overseas. So according to Xife Crypto, South Korea's Upbit exchange is seeing XRP dominate all trading pairs, making up 15.09% of all volume. That's $387 million in trades, beating both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Even as total market volume dropped 49%, XRP's dominance didn't flinch. That's pretty wild. This kind of consistent strength during low volume periods usually signals accumulation, not panic selling. It's the kind of market behavior we see before major liquidity events or before institutions start entering heavily. Then there's the ETF angle, and this is where things start to connect. Bank XRP reported that New York Stock Exchange ARCA filed to list the Rowe Price active crypto ETF, which includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you guessed it, XRP. It's actively managed, allows staking rewards, and has daily NAV transparency, which is exactly the kind of regulated structure big investors have been waiting for. This type of ETF doesn't just need assets, it needs custodial infrastructure. That's where players like BitGo and potentially Evernorth come in. They're the bridge between ETF issuers and the XRP network. The timing couldn't be better. And just hours after that filing, you also have Among Us who point out that the Franklin XRP ETF ticker XRPZ is now live on the DTCC website. That's the final checkpoint before launch. When a ticker shows up there, it usually means everything behind the scenes, custody, liquidity, settlement, all of that is ready to roll. And while all of this is unfolding, the rest of the market is heating up. $5.2 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options are expiring today. That is according to Ash Crypto Real, which means volatility is coming. And on top of that, Crypto Rover reports that the U.S. Senate is about to vote on a deal to end the government shutdown. If that passes, we could see a huge boost in investor confidence across the board. So put all that together, you've got ETF filings, including XRP, institutional wallets loading up through BitGo. You've got XRP dominating exchange volume in Asia, and regulatory clarity on the horizon. This isn't random. It's strategy. Something big is forming around XRP, and this $280 million transfer from Evernorth might just be the first real sign of what's coming next. Now I want to take a look over here on the price chart for XRP. We have been on a downtrend, but that's not just XRP. We've been seeing across the board, crypto's been taking a hit. The idea of October fell flat. Unfortunately, the market did show a lot of red in the month of October, and then consequently, we're seeing an impact starting off with November, but the government shutdown, if that does end, a lot of people will be more optimistic. Again, with what the Fed does heading into the end of the year, that should play a little bit of a role as well. But personally, I believe that the biggest impact right now is the government shutdown. So waiting on that to finalize, things will more than likely have an opportunity to bounce back. A lot of people seem to be on the same page about this. And just a couple other key points I want to show you guys is that on the Fibonacci retracement for XRP, we are in the third zone down. So this has dropped down. It did close out yesterday, which is not ideal. But remember, with trends, you typically want 2 to 3 instances. So 3 would be more ideal. That shows a significant trend. And right now we've only got 1. So we'll see how things play out today. If it closes out, it's suggesting that we're going to be in this lower channel, which unfortunately goes all the way down to $1.84. That'd be another major level of support. So right now, a little bit of resistance around $2.27. We'll see how things play out throughout the day. And that's what I got for you guys. If you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members. God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.